Morning! We're just gonna wait for people to flow in, and I'm gonna play this while we wait. Happy Friday. Get the blood flowing. Get the vibes flowing. Move it! Bye. Take it. Take it. Move it! Move it! Morning, people. Say, get that blood flowing. Get the juices flowing. Move it! All right. Let me adjust some volumes here. Welcome, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I was just feeling that this morning because it's Friday and I want to get the blood flowing, the juices flowing, and get us ready, started for the weekend. So welcome. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday, and let's get right to it once I figure out this. Okay. All right. We are good. So welcome. Hello. If you're in here, if you don't mind hitting the like button, commenting something, hello, good morning, whatever it is, it's a great way to help the stream, and it also helps me to see who you are. So give you a formal hello and good morning. I appreciate you for being here, regardless. So welcome. Today we're going to have a great discussion. Kenneth? Hello, sir. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. Happy weekend for you. And yes, so today I think, I want to open up for debate. I like this quote a lot from Socrates. I found this morning. It says, contentment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty. Kenneth says, good day. Oh, Socrates. Yes. Yeah, always good to grab from the Stoic philosophers. So I try to sprinkle those in every now and then because they have such great knowledge that we can grab from. But obviously I don't want to just cover Stoic philosophers. I mean, this is going to be a long time stream, so we have a long time to cover all these people. There's so many people to cover. I try to bring the greatest variety that I can from the quotes that I find, and I do my best at that. So I hope you guys can notice that and appreciate that. If there's something that you think is missing, it can be tough to find certain things, but I will do my best to search it out. If you think there's a person you want me to cover or a demographic that I don't cover as much that you'd like me to cover as much, I like the transparency and letting me know. And again, I try to cover as many backgrounds as I can and try to give as much variety as I can. I also want to obviously grab quotes that I can talk on, that have a good talking point, that have good discussion that we can cover. So today's quote, contentment is natural wealth, luxury is artificial poverty. So I'm going to tell you the question that I have for you guys today is, which side of this quote do you feel stronger, that is more true? I know I didn't word that right. Which side of this quote do you feel is more true? Contentment is natural wealth, or luxury is artificial poverty? Which, pulls your strings more and saying, this I really agree with this. And I think there's some room for debate on both sides. We can definitely have a nice conversation on this quote. So stick around. I'm about to just take a couple minutes to share out the stream. Please think about the quote, what it means to you, and that question I have. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on the other side. Good morning. Hello. And let's turn some music back on. Ba, 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 da, ba, ba. All right, all right. One second. In the moonlight. All right, people, let me switch this back. Thank you for waiting out with me. I appreciate you, and got all my shares out, and we're back. Hello, 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 hello. Obviously, you guys know likes, shares, do a whole lot to help out share this stream. So, thank you for the likes so far, and any shares, I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate. Just helps me reach more people. We can get more discussion going, and just help more people get their day started off on the right foot. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you have are having a nice day so far and are ready for the weekend, the freaking weekend. All right. So let's get right to it. Contentment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty. This is by Socrates. So I want to hear your guys' perspectives first, if possible. I'd love to, get discussion flowing. The best way to do that is get as many, different perspectives as I can. Do you guys, have you thought about my question? If contentment is which part of this quote you feel stronger that it's more true, that contentment is natural wealth, or luxury is artificial poverty? I think there's some room to argue both of these. I think there's some room to and someone who agrees with both, they might be like, this is a stoic philosopher. Why are we arguing with someone who has this level of knowledge, who's been respected since, you know, 700 BC, and now we're going to argue about what he has to say? Well, I mean, that's really, the format of where they came from is debate, learning from challenging each other, challenging ideas. And I think, luxury back then may have been different than luxury today. And, there's obviously different levels of luxury, of wealth, of poverty. And so there's a lot to think about, a lot to talk about. So I'm kind of jabbering on a little bit, hoping someone has an opinion to throw out there, or some feedback on this quote, just an additional discussion point, just so you guys don't just hear my perspective and you have, you can form your own opinion rather than just hearing mine. Uh, all right. Well, I'm going to get to what I think. So, contentment is natural wealth, luxury is artificial poverty. The first part, I love, love, love the first part. Contentment is natural wealth. I 100% agree with this. I think just being content with life, being satisfied, that's really what it's all about. When I define success, it's really fulfillment in all areas of your life, between your relationships and your career and your lifestyle. Just, that feeling of contentment or fulfillment in life, I think, is success. And therefore, you could say, in success, I would say fits natural wealth. Someone who, you know, has success for themselves. And to me, that's, like I said, just feeling fulfilled in life. And for me, what does that for me is the self improvement constantly. And you might be wondering, if you feel like you always need to be better, do you really feel successful? And to me, you can look back and look at the accomplishments you've made in the past while you're still pursuing larger and larger goals. And that's what it's all about, and why you can feel, you know, that you've achieved a lot, and that you have that contentment and that natural wealth. You maybe reach a point where you say, "Oh, I could stop now, but I don't want to. I want to keep going. I want to keep making that positive influence, that positive impact on the world." And that's what it is all about. So contentment is natural wealth. I absolutely love, love, love that part of the quote. And then the second part, luxury is artificial poverty. This one makes me think a little bit. I think anybody who lives in absolute luxury, that everything they have is luxurious, is bougie, as they say. I think at that point, I think it really is a artificial poverty. They just buy things and buy things and buy things, and they're never really going to be happy about where they're at. They think, they use all the money they have, and you'd be surprised at, what's left over after they're done spending their money. And so they need to, keep working, keep doing what they do in order to make more money to buy nice things. I think, that artificial poverty, I think, is definitely a strong thing. And you could look at it as, inside their poverty stricken, they're never going to have that contentment that someone who, um, you know, isn't looking towards all the nice things and simply wants to make a positive impact, things like that, might be able to achieve. So, but again, I think there's levels to this. So, luxury, if somebody has a luxury car or a nice house, I don't think that's room for us to judge and say that they, have no soul. Like I said, I think when it gets to a point where luxury is all you care about, then obviously I think that is an issue, and they're gonna never feel content with where they're at. They're just not. And there are people out there like that. But again, if you just have a nice car or a nice house, I honestly am not really one to, I really could care less about having a nice luxury car. That's really just not me. At least, up to this point, I really have not cared about what type of car that I have, as long as it gets me A to B. Especially because right now I really am not driving a whole lot, and so for to spend more than I have a limit where I'm not going to spend more than a few $100s a month on a vehicle. I'm just not. There's no reason for me to. And sadly, that's kind of how much you need to spend to have a decent car that's going to last a long time. And I'm looking forward to the day that I don't have a payment at all. And that's not going to mean that I'm ready to upgrade to a new car. It's the take advantage of the no payments. So it's, but again, I'm not putting down people who do like luxury cars or have luxury houses. That does not mean that you're deprived and you're never going to feel content. But if it gets to a point where everything you have is luxury and you need to always be upgrading, you always need new things, and you're never going to feel happy, and your outlet is buying things, I think then you're never going to feel that contentment that someone else would that may not have much at all. There could be someone who's homeless who's honestly more content with their life than you. So it's very definitely a great discussion. Something if you guys have any input, any twists, something else to talk about, another way to see wealth or poverty, I would love to hear your guys' perspectives. Again, I'll read out the quote: "Contentment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty." And so, yeah, I think that covers everything I want to cover. That was really, I feel a full how I feel on both the first part of the quote and the second part of the quote. So again, let me know what you guys think. If you're just coming in, if you came in through half that, think of my question of the day for you. Do you believe that the first part of the quote, "Contentment is natural wealth," is more true than "luxury is artificial poverty," or vice versa? What are your thoughts? Which do you feel is stronger truth? But again, thank you guys for being here. I really would appreciate any comments, anything. If you have not commented yet or hit the like button yet, it's a huge free way to support the stream and help me see who's in here. I love to connect with you and get to know you. But regardless, I appreciate you for being here, and I hope you have a awesome day, an awesome weekend. I'm going to move on to what I feel grateful for, and it's Friday. So if you know the stream, what I'm grateful for today is that it's Friday. It's almost the weekend, so I can focus on my stuff and wrap up the work week this week. So excited for that. Excited for the weekend. Hopefully we have nice weather. It's been really nice out lately. Just great to spend outside, and so looking forward to the weekend. If you guys want to share what you feel grateful for, what you feel thankful for, I at least encourage you to think about it. And if you want to add it in the chat, then add it in the chat. Again, any conversation, any comments, just hello, good morning, or I hope you have a nice weekend. I appreciate you for spending your time with me here, and I hope you got some value out of this discussion. So again, contentment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty. Socrates. And if you're watching this after the fact, I will see your comments, no matter if you're watching on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. I will see your comments, and I appreciate any feedback and any input you have on the quote. If you have questions for me, something you want to talk about totally outside, that is totally fine too. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm going to leave you with that. And again, just think about the quote. And if you're just coming in, I brought up a question of the day was which side of this quote you agree with more: contentment is natural wealth, or luxury is artificial poverty. And if you want to hear what I had to say, then just wait till I'm about to be off and go back. So thank you guys, and go crush it today. And they don't
everybody's there.